Hello, I'm Tom Lawrence from the Hull Music Service, and today I'm going to be talking to you about writing melodies. Melodies are just the tunes of a piece of music, and today I'm specifically going to be talking about how you can write a melody even if you've never written one before and you're not sure how to use the proper musical notation to write it down. The first thing you need to do is try and find a group of notes that you like the sound of together. This is where you're going to need to get your instrument out and just do a little bit of playing around. See if you can find a few notes that you think sound good in combination or one after the other. To write a melody you need between say 4, 6 to 8 notes. You can write a tune just with 3 notes, but it's quite difficult to keep it interesting with that few notes. So somewhere between sort of 4 to 6 notes is probably a good idea when you're starting to write a tune. And which notes you choose is completely up to you, but they're going to create the sound of your melody. So different notes and different combinations are going to create tunes that have different kinds of sounds to them. So just find a group of notes that you think sound good together. On this board behind me I've got a selection of notes that I think I like the sound of together, and I've written them out in a particular way on the board, and I'll explain why in a moment. But my notes are G, A, C, E and F. So these notes G, A, C, E and F, they sound like this. I've got the piano here to help me, and I'm going to play you those 5 notes one after the other. And I just think they sound nice together, and I think I can make a tune that sounds good just using those few notes. Different ways that I could put them together, and I think they'd work to make a good tune. So what I've done is I've written them out twice with the lowest note at the bottom stacked on top until we get to the highest note. So G at the bottom, A, C, E and F is the highest one. Now what I'm going to do with my pen is I'm going to draw a line joining up 2 of those letters, but I'm not going to draw a straight line. When we talk about a melody, we talk about a melody having a line, a melody line in a song. And what we normally want to hear in a melody is a smooth shape. So a line that's going to be easy to remember and easy to sing or play is going to have a shape to it that has quite a smooth line. If the melody leaps around all over the place, if the notes are always going way higher or way lower, jumping around all the time, it's going to be very difficult to remember and very difficult to play. So normally in a melody the line will move smoothly, not moving too far in one big leap. So they might have some jumps, but then it will come back down again, and a lot of the time it will be moving in small steps from note to note. So I'm going to draw a kind of smooth line between 2 of these letters on my board. There we go. So my melody, the first bit of my melody, is going to start on this note G down at the bottom here and finish on the note E. But I'm going to put some other notes in along the way. So I'm going to add some dots on my line, and you can add in as many or as few dots on the line as you like. Now I'm going to put a letter next to each of those dots based on where it fits in with the letters along the side. So as we go up or down it lines up with one of those different letters. So I'm going to add those letter names in now. So my line now has these notes: G, A, E, F and E. And now I can try and play that tune on the piano. It'll sound something like this. It's quite nice. It sounds quite sad, but it's quite a nice beginning to my melody. So if I like that, I can keep that, I can write that down, that pattern of notes. Or if I don't like it, I can change it, I can draw a new line or move some of the dots around. It's completely up to you. So that could be the beginning of our melody. So now I'm going to write that down and I'm going to add another part to it. So I've drawn a second line, same set of notes, just different shaped line this time, and this time it's joining up the notes F and C, but I've put another few dots on that line as well, so I'm just going to add in those letter names to my line now as well. So this second bit of my melody is going to have the notes F, C, G, A and C, and it could sound a little bit like this. So now I'm going to write that down so I don't forget it, and I've written down the first bit of melody that I came up with at the top there so I don't forget that too. I'm going to write the second one down and see if I like the sound of them fitted together. So I've got the two lines of melody that I've written so far jotted down at the top of my board, and I'm quite happy with the sound of them one after another. The two bits of melody together sound a little bit like this. And I'm just going to quickly have a go at writing another two lines to add to them now. There's my first one. Sounds a little bit like this. And I'm going to add another one. Sounds a little bit like this. So I'm just going to jot those down and add them to the two that I have already and see what I think of the sound of them all together. So here are the four lines of melody that I've written, and I've put them one after another so you can see them a little bit more clearly, and I'm just going to play them through and see what they sound like one after another. Not bad. I'm quite happy with how they flow and how they join up. If you play them through and you think, that's something wrong, you need to change one of the notes, that's absolutely fine. That's what composition is. It's making decisions, listening to the music and trying to find something that you like. So this idea of using lines and drawing lines is just a way of getting you started with coming up with your own tunes. Just trust your ears and make the melody sound the way that you think it should sound. That's the most important thing. So hopefully this has just given you some ideas and a little bit of inspiration to get you started writing your own tunes. Best of luck.